Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me GenOMaster98 back again with another Star Wars review. In today's Star Wars review we're going to be taking a look now at another Star Wars book, and in today's Star Wars review we're going to be taking a look at this one. It is the Star Wars The Clone Wars Legends Epic Collection. Now this is a large comic book that focuses on a couple of characters from the prequel trilogy and focuses on their stories during the Clone Wars, and if you have read some of these books you are familiar with their stories. So what I'm going to do for you today is I'll give you a brief look at the front of the Marvel comic and brief parts of the stories and so forth and so forth. So at the front you've got the Star Wars logo followed by the Clone Wars Legends logo at the bottom. I do apologise for some of the glare with the lighting. And you've got an image of Master Yoda in action there. If I was to turn the page, you've got Star Wars Legends, and you've obviously got all the different eras as well, the Old Republic and the original Marvel years. That tells you about when the stories of these comics happen and everything. So it's an interesting guide to help you there. And it just gives you a timeline on when some of these stories were done and everything, so it's pretty interesting. And then obviously at the side there you've got the Clone Wars. Obviously it gives you a brief description on obviously what the Clone Wars is like and everything, which is very cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I can briefly read you this description. It says, the galaxy is in turmoil after the heroic Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi uncovers a secret plot to create an army cloned from bounty hunter Jango Fett. The Galaxy Senate gives its chance to the Palpatine emergency war powers to use that army against the Republic's enemies. But Obi-Wan is captured by the evil Count Dooku and a Separatist army of battle droids, leading Obi-Wan's headstrong apprentice Anakin Skywalker and Senator Padma Amidala to attempt a rescue mission. A mission that fails. But before Dooku's minions can destroy the three heroes, a strike force of Jedi warriors and clone troopers intervene, defeating Dooku's droid army in the Battle of Geonosis. Count Dooku escapes to plot even greater threats against the Jedi with his master Darth Sidious. Together they recognise that the Jedi's greatest threat is not just the galactic warfare thrust upon them, but betrayal from within, for Anakin and Padme secretly marry in violation of the Jedi Code. It is now a dark time for the galaxy, and the darkness is being used to protect those who would manipulate all sides in the conflict. As the Jedi fulfill their duty to bring order and justice to an increasingly chaotic galaxy, they find themselves forced out of their role of peacekeepers and into the positions of commanders and warriors and generals and spies. So obviously that's just a brief outline on obviously what the Battle of Geonosis was about and everything and what happens. So let's get into some of the stories. So obviously the stories set place during the Clone Wars era, and you've got fellow Jedi and other characters as well that appear in these comics. Obviously Yoda is there, who's obviously on the front of the cover and everything, and you've got towers there with obviously Aayla Secura and other characters from the Clone Wars era. So it just gives you show on what's going on. Obviously you've got Quinlan Vos, who's obviously a very unique Jedi with his tracking skills and stuff like that. And yeah, it just gives you an indication on what these stories is about. Obviously they go on different adventures and share different companions and stuff that's happening. But as I always say, since I've recently read some of these comics that has been given to me by a friend of mine to read and obviously review, it indicates and gives you a clear opinion and gets you to look into perspective on what the artwork's about and obviously how Star Wars content is being made throughout the world, i.e. movies, TV shows, games, and obviously comic books is such a way to obviously tell a story as well. So yeah, very intriguing stuff there. Obviously got different parts as well. Camino, stuff like that. So it's obviously all linked to what's going on in the war effort and everything, with spies and stuff happening and everywhere. And obviously you got missions with Kit Fisto as well, which is always cool. Kit Fisto is a very cool Jedi. Other than that, yeah, obviously Kit Fisto helping Aayla Secura there and everything with what's going on and everything. Obviously betrayal there from one of the Kaminoans and other stuff as well. But no, it's a very interesting story with Aayla Secura and Kit Fisto. Obviously they discover a plot on what's happening on Camino, but I won't spoil it too much because obviously you want to read it. Yes, I'm just going to pretty briefly show you these. Obviously the next one, Brothers in Arms, is something very, well, I say it's the same. It's the same because I actually do, bear with me 1 second if I can find it. I actually do have a annual book from 2005 which does focus on this story, and after you've read that part it gives you an extra story, and it's this one. It's the Star Wars Annual of 2005, and that briefly tells the story of obviously what's going on in this next one, Brothers in Arms. And it tells you obviously another thing. Obviously Camino is under attack. Obviously they sense what's going on there. Obviously a plot to obviously stop things and everything. Obviously a lot of plots on Camino because obviously it's the heart world where the clones are obviously produced as well, and obviously it is obviously the same story and everything in this large book, but obviously just in comic book form there and everything. So yeah, there's an insight there, and there's another story as well that's in there. But no, it's very good. The Star Wars Annual, so it's worth mentioning that. Sorry, where was I? Ah, yes, continuing on. So yeah, Brothers in Arms, obviously Obi-Wan and Anakin teaming up as usual. Obviously showing you bits and bobs, obviously from the end of episode 2 where Padma and Anakin get married, and obviously the slaughtering of the Tusken Raiders. And you see stuff happening as well. Obviously Anakin talking to Aayla Secura, and obviously Jedi getting in action with droids that are happening. And obviously want to attack their Kaminoan bases. Obviously Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter gets shot down, crashes in the water, and obviously Anakin comes to the rescue, and obviously they fight off obviously this large creature, and obviously these giant sort of piranhas that come out and attack them, which is wow, very scary for Jedi, but obviously Jedi and everything, they eventually get rescued by Kaminoans and everything. Jango's Legacy, obviously they want to try and destroy it. It's very similar to the Clone Wars episodes from season 3, where Sarge Ventress and General Grievous obviously after the DNA of Jango Fett to try and obviously manipulate and stop the productions of clones and everything. Very good couple part episodes of that and everything. And obviously I showed you that picture there, the ARC troopers coming involved and everything. Obviously they save a couple, and obviously 2 of them get hit by incoming destroyer droids, and they work their way out, which is very cool, obviously with the help of the Jedi. Obviously Shaak Ti is there, obviously with a green lightsaber there. Obviously she may have lost her one from the Battle of Geonosis. But no, very, very cool there. And obviously Anakin and Obi-Wan in action as well. And obviously they locate the rest of the droids and obviously work their way out and everything. But yeah, very interesting story there. Obviously no end in sight. Obviously got the Moncala Marians. That's another story from that Star Wars Annual 2005. Obviously them being attacked. But no, it's a good one. Good stories as well. So you got Mace Windu and everything, stuff happening there. But no, very intriguing. Obviously Count Dooku and Sidious working their ways and everything. But no, very interesting obviously to see what Dooku and Palpatine were doing to try and obviously pull strings against the Republic. The next story is obviously continuing on with a latest one that I've just shown you, where obviously you see the characters team up again, and obviously they want to go on another adventure. Obviously they're getting in action. Got a sort of like a Viking looking Jedi in this one, which is very, very cool. Obviously them killing some of the population, these droids and everything. Obviously Anakin and Obi-Wan in action with their clones. Obviously got a character that you know from the micro series Clone Wars TV show that obviously Obi-Wan destroyed eventually, but obviously there's another version of him in there, in this series I should say. So a couple of things happening and everything, obviously trying to destroy his Jedi and everything. But that's a good story. So it's got like a samurai looking outfit as well, and obviously Obi-Wan and this fellow Jedi here obviously get a little bit injured, but obviously they eventually find their way eventually, and obviously Adventures turns up, which obviously you don't want to see. But no, it's an interesting comic. Obviously Skywalker fighting in action with his clone and his ally. Obviously more adventure. She's fighting obviously Obi-Wan and obviously the other fellow Jedi that are there as well. So you've got some really nice bits of artwork there, I must say. But no, very good. Very good indeed. Obviously one of the Jedi loses her arm. Gets cut off by Sarge Ventress. And obviously Ventress eventually escapes with the help, obviously, the clones. But yeah, very good there as well. Obviously another one from this annual 2005 that's obviously been put in here. There's obviously a tale of Mace Windu. Gives you an insight on what's going on with some of the Jedi, obviously fighting their battles and everything, just getting an insight on what's happening. Obviously Windu obviously trying to show Quinlan Vos the ways of the Force and obviously making him become a better warrior. Obviously this is another one with a Sarge Ventress, obviously trying to get her master's duty and biddings done. Obviously trying to take down as many Jedi as she can. Obviously. You've got a few characters that you may recognise as well from the Star Wars universe there. But it's a very intriguing one. Obviously she's fighting Jedi to try and get her way and obviously prove to her master's bidding. But a very powerful dark side warrior, and obviously Mace Windu ends up in the action as well, and obviously has to sort of change things and everything, fighting young apprentices and all that lot. Obviously fighting fellow Jedi as well. It feels there's time for change and everything. Similar lightsabers to Ahsoka that this one has as well, which is very unique. And then obviously Mace Windu comes out of nowhere and obviously tries to save the day. Things happen and everything. There's only obviously a few of them left. And then obviously Adventuress I should say, goes on her way, and obviously the Jedi eventually make their way out of there as well. But no, some really unique stories I must say. Also got more stories, which is obviously the main one. That is obviously Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan. Stuff happening there, something happens to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan obviously is injured and everything. Obviously fighting Ventress, and obviously he loses a fellow Jedi and everything. But he got through the wars, Obi-Wan, fighting against Ventress. They had a good rivalry, and obviously there's more happening here, more stories. Obviously Shaak Ti, Master Plo. So there's loads of Jedi stories in here of fighting against band of brigands and obviously Sith and other things as well. So it's quite unique to give an insight on obviously how many things were happening during the Clone Wars. But no, it's a good unique story. Obviously Quinlan Vos has played a little role in this as well. But no, got some really good story more action with the clones. But yeah, you got some good stories as well. Obviously, Quinlan Vos, as I said, he turns up in some stories as well. Obviously, there's a vital importance and everything. But no, it is good. It is good. And obviously, where are we? Nearly had it then. Obviously, Aayla Secura. Obviously, adventures with her and everything, and we eventually see a character we know from the Clone Wars, and obviously that is Aura Singh. Obviously, she used to be a Jedi, but obviously she eventually became a bounty hunter and hunting fellow Jedi and everything. Obviously, she could wield a lightsaber as well, because obviously she trained to be a Jedi, but she went rogue and obviously done her own thing and everything. But yeah, she knows how to use a lightsaber, Aura Singh. Very unique, but very dangerous and vicious bounty hunter when it comes to hunting Jedi and obviously senators and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a scene where she's obviously fighting with Aayla Secura, and obviously Quinlan Vos is giving Aayla Secura some guidance and everything. But no, as I said, they are unique stories. Obviously, I'm just going to briefly rush it through a bit more, not too fast, because obviously I don't want to bore you guys with me just rambling and everything. And then obviously you got Quinlan Vos fighting Count Dooku. Obviously similar stories to obviously when he turned to the dark side of the Force and eventually turned back to the light. And obviously he went back to try and kill Dooku with Ventress, but obviously he killed Vos and Asajj Ventress. So it's obviously all Legends stuff and everything that could be put into obviously to canon, but whether it be done, I doubt it, because obviously there's different types and everything. But yeah, unique stories there, and some just extra bits of artwork there, and obviously the last story with obviously Master Yoda being as wise as he is and everything, and obviously doing his bidding as well, helping out others, helping out other colonies and other kinds and everything. But he's just cool little Jedi Yoda. And it just gives you an insight on obviously what he was going through during the Clone Wars, like with any other Jedi. Doing his path, helping his way, and yeah, got some very cool stuff there as well. But no, it's obviously the Republic is rocked by war, a little bit at the back there. But no, this Clone Wars Epic Collection Legends comic book, it is a good one. It did take me a few weeks to read due to obviously the sheer thickness of the pages, but I hope I've given you a brief look into this, and I'm going to obviously stop rambling now because you're probably getting a little bit out the way with Clone Wars knowledge. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this Star Wars review of the Clone Wars Legends comic book. I'll be back with many more Star Wars reviews very soon. I'm going to take a look at some obviously action figures and everything, and obviously some new vintage collection figures that I've picked up as well. So more on the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to obviously subscribe, comment, share, and as always, take care, look after yourself, and may the Force be with you.